Christine from Spotted Horse Design Co. and today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautifully textured crochet stitch called the Alpine Stitch. This has got to be one of my top 3 favorite textured crochet stitch to use in different projects, and this is actually a cowl that I'm working on right now for my aunt, and this is a free pattern on my blog, so I will make sure to link this free pattern in the description of this video if you'd like to make one for yourself. But for right now, I'm going to teach you how to make a simple practice swatch so you can learn how to make this beautiful stitch. So to begin, you are going to make any odd number of chains. I am starting with 31 chains. So go ahead, make a chain, again, use an odd number, and then meet me back here and we will start row 1 together. To begin row 1, you are going to work 1 double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So just count 3 chains down, and that is where you're going to make your first double crochet of this row. And then you are going to continue to make 1 double crochet in each chain all the way until you reach the end. So go ahead and pause this video, make 1 double crochet in each chain all the way across, and then let's meet back here and we will go through row 2 together. Okay, welcome back. You should have 1 full row of double crochet stitches. So now we're going to get ready to start the next row together. So in order to do that, you are going to chain 1 and turn your work. And the chain 1 does not count as a stitch. It does not count as a stitch now or anywhere else in this tutorial. So to start row 2, you are going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. And then you're going to continue to make 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch all the way until you get to the end of the row. So I would like to add that beginning on this row, row 2, this is going to start a repeated sequence of rows 2 through 5. So once we make it to row 5, you're going to return back to this row 2, and then just continue repeating rows 2 through 5 over and over again until your practice swatch is the size that you want it to be. But for right now, go ahead and continue making 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch all the way across. I will meet you back here to begin row 3 together. All right, now that we've completed row 2 of just single crochets, it is time to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to begin row 3 together. So you're going to start by making 1 double crochet in the very first stitch of this row. All right, so the next stitch we're going to make for this row is called a front post treble crochet. And don't worry, I am going to walk you through each step of this stitch, but what I want to point out first is that here is our row of single crochet stitches, but we're actually going to be working around, we're going to skip over those single crochets, we're going to be working around these double crochet stitches a row below, okay? So we just made our first stitch in this very first stitch, right? But our next stitch, so this is where you don't want to lose, it can be hard to lose track of where you are. You'll gain an eye for it eventually. But here is the second stitch, again, the row below. We're skipping over the single crochet stitches. You're going to work around this double crochet stitch here. So basically you're going to insert your hook just behind the stitch and then through the other side of it. All right, and you can kind of see how I put my hook through that way. It's really not that hard. So that's where we're going to put where we're going to insert our hook through for this stitch, okay? So to start, you are going to yarn over twice. Remember, we're going to find that stitch. There it is. That is the second stitch from a row below that we're going to work through. Insert your hook from one side and out the other. Go ahead and yarn over and pull up a loop. And now you'll have 4 loops on your hook. And now you're going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops. You have 3 loops left on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops again. And now you only have 2 loops left on your hook. And one last time you'll yarn over and you're just going to pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. And now your very first front post treble crochet has been made. Okay, so I did tell you this row might be a little tricky. Since we're working around the post of stitches, that means that the actual like top of the stitch where we would normally insert our hook into, see back here, we'd normally insert our hook into the top of that stitch, but now it looks like it's unworked. Although in reality, it is not unworked because we just worked around the post of the stitch below it. So we're going to work into this next stitch here. You're just going to make a plain old double crochet in the top of the stitch as you normally would in this next stitch. Now for the next stitch, we're going to do another front post treble crochet. So again, we just worked into this stitch here, and now we're going to go to the next stitch and we're going to work around the post of that stitch. Remember, we're skipping over the single crochet row from below. All right, so you're going to yarn over twice, insert your hook around the post of that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops left on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, just 2 loops left on your hook now, and you're going to yarn over one final time and pull through both of the loops left on your hook, and your second front post treble crochet has been made. All right, and you can see now that these 2 front post treble crochets we've made, they kind of pop out on the front there. They're starting to create that really pretty texture that we're going for. Okay, so for the next stitch, you're going to make, again, just a plain old double crochet, working under the top loops as you normally would in the very next stitch. And now it's time to make another front post treble crochet. All right. So this is the stitch that we're going to be working into. That's the next one. So yarn over twice, insert your hook through that stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and finally yarn over and pull through the 2 remaining loops on your hook. All right, so for the remainder of this row, you're going to continue to alternate between double crochet stitches and front post treble crochet stitches all the way across until you get to the end, but you will end with a double crochet stitch. So if you end up with a front post treble crochet in the very last stitch, you went wrong somewhere. So you're going to need to go back through and figure out where you messed up. So go ahead, pause this video if need be. Finish up this row. Again, you are alternating between double crochet stitches and front post treble crochet stitches, ending with a double crochet in the very last stitch. So I will meet you back here at the end of this row, and then we will start row 4 together. All right, so now that we've completed this third row, our very first row of these front post treble crochet stitches, this is what your work should look like. So you'll have this texture on the front, and then the back will just be kind of flat. So in order to start the next row, we're just going to go ahead and chain 1 and turn our work. Now this is going to be a very simple row. You're just going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch and in each stitch all the way across. Super simple. So go ahead and pause this video, make those single crochets all the way across, and I'll meet you back here for row 5. All right, so go ahead and chain 1 and turn once you get to the end of that single crochet row. So this row is going to be a lot like that front post double crochet, or I keep saying that, front post treble crochet row that we did 2 rows below. The only difference being is you are going to start and end with 2 double crochet stitches in the first 2 and last 2 stitches. All right, so you're going to start by making 1 double crochet in each of the first 2 stitches of this row. And now for the next stitch, we will make that front post treble crochet. Now it's going to be easier to see now, right? Because the front post treble crochets from the row below kind of pop out, and the one that we need to use is kind of set back. So it's easy to see. All right, so here's the 2 that we did, and the one that we want is in the middle here. It's kind of set back from those 2 around it. So we're going to look for those each time for this row. So go ahead and yarn over twice, insert your hook around the post of that stitch, and pull up a loop. And now you're going to yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and finally yarn over and pull through 2. All right, now our next stitch is going to be a double crochet stitch. And now it is time to make another front post treble crochet. Again, it is the stitch in the middle of these 2 that are popping out on the outside. Okay, so go ahead and yarn over twice. Insert your hook around the post of that double crochet there. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through the 2 remaining loops on the hook. All right, so now for the rest of this row, you're just going to alternate between 1 double crochet and 1 front post treble crochet all the way across, but you are going to end with 2 double crochets in the last 2 stitches. That's very important. So moving forward now, okay, so once you finish this row, moving forward, you're going to go back to row 2, and you are going to repeat rows 2, 3, 4, and 5 over and over and over again until this practice swatch is the size that you want it to be. And don't worry, I've got timestamps in the description of this video for each row number. So if you need those instructions again, you need a refresher, just go back to the description and tap on or click on that row number that you need to see again. But again, from here on out, after you're done with this row, you are just going to continue. You're going to go straight back to row 2 and repeat all the way until you have finished this practice swatch. Guys, that's all I have for today. I really hope you enjoyed this crochet stitch tutorial, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And here's me messing up. See, I should have just edited this part out of the video, but I'm just keeping it real over here for you guys. Anyways, feel free to leave me a comment on whatever stitch tutorial you'd like to see next. Bye for now.